2 to 3 weeks before school starts is when you want to get back into the routine of things, get kids back to sleeping at close to their bedtime at least. And the routine is basically about an hour before it's time for bedtime. We'll start doing some winding down. Quiet activity, turn the TVs off, turn the tablets off, maybe read some books quietly or sketch or write in your diary. And just kind of get used to what the routine is for getting back to bed so that we're training their brains to notice those bedtime cues. So if you have an elementary age kid, basically around 9 to 11 hours of sleep at night. I really like to target right in the middle, around 10 hours of sleep. They really do need that extra sleep, and oftentimes you can tell when they're not getting enough sleep. So if they're hard to wake up in the morning or very groggy or moody, those can be certainly signs of just not getting adequate sleep at night. So I'd really like to target it right around 10 hours. Well, teenagers still need more sleep than adults, and oftentimes they don't get enough sleep, but you want to target around 8.5 to 9.5 hours every night for sleep. So I know some nights are going to be tougher with late night homework and things, so some nights they may get more sleep than others, but overall we want to get about 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep nightly for teens. So absolutely, one of the things we definitely want to avoid overall is caffeine, because definitely caffeine can make it harder to wind down to go to sleep. So really we like to limit caffeine with teenagers anyway, but certainly after dinner time we won't want any caffeine a few hours before bed. Okay, but other drinks are okay. It's okay to have some water. Warm drinks actually help with encouraging sleep. So things like warm chamomile tea or warm milk is great for a before bedtime drink. And snacks are actually okay too, like a little bit of cheese and crackers, something that's not too heavy. We definitely discourage heavy meals before sleep because then it can really disturb your sleep. So something light. So I do feel like teens should be able to sleep more on the weekends. Oftentimes they have so much homework and extracurricular activities, sports and things that keep them out later. So I do encourage them to sleep in on weekends to a reasonable time, of course. The main thing is really trying to stick with the bedtime routine. Teenagers naturally, it's a little harder with their circadian rhythm to go to sleep earlier, unfortunately. I mean, that's just known for teenagers. So sometimes if they don't go to bed until closer to 10 or 11, they still need that 8.5 and 9.5 hours of sleep. So let them get that sleep on the weekends as well. But definitely encourage sticking to a good bedtime routine during the week. We cannot make up for a lack of sleep only on weekends.